Hi, Hannah. Hi, Holstar. Yay!
Hi.
Okay. Oh my gosh, hello.
Good, good. How are you?
Good, good, good. I hope you can hear me okay.
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Just give me a second. It looks a little dark in here. Let me see if I can switch on a light.
Okay, do that, do that, do that.
Uh, let's see.
All right, if you're just joining, I'm going to be interviewing Holstar and
Much better.
all right, good. All right, so all right, yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, I can see you. This looks good. You look good. First of all, I
Excellent.
just want to say thank you so much for making the time to chat with me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. And hello to everyone out there in the interwebs.
Okay, so this is going to remain on here for 24 hours, and then I will move into
Yeah.
my YouTube channel. So if you want
Excellent.
to share any links, you can share this one, but the one you will need to share later is off YouTube, okay? Because
Cool. That'll be great.
because Instagram only gives us a little time, I'm going to quickly get into the questions, okay? First off,
Let's get
for
straight.
people who might be living under a rock, who don't know, who pretend not to know, who is Holstar?
Who is Holstar? Holstar is a rapper from Lusaka, Zambia. I've been rapping for the past 15 years. I'm about to release my fifth album. I am popularly known as the manager for Zone Fam,
Yeah.
Zambian hip hop group that went on to do amazing things. But I've been a hip hop artist for 15 years, and I've been doing my thing. I also do a lot of side gigs, like Time Machine Zambia, which is like a collectibles shop. I also have a 9 to 5, which is another story. But I think I'm like a jack of all trades, really.
Okay. Good, good, good. Here, I mean, it's good that you're
Or
a
a
jack
jack.
of all trades. And
Yeah.
it's good that you've mentioned the Zone Fam era. Just the other day, I was interviewing Young Verbal, and anyone who knows Zambian music, just we are very attached to the brand that is Zone Fam. So, first of all, I just want to thank you for bringing Zone Fam into our lives. Okay.
That was my gift to the world.
Yes, yes, thank you. So now I want to focus on you as Holstar, the rapper, the hip hop artist. Okay, I have some questions on the side. If I look to the side, it's because I want to read what I wrote and I don't want to go off a tangent. All right, so has the way you make music changed during lockdown?
Absolutely. The way I make music has definitely changed during lockdown. For one, I found that I had a lot more time to do things because of, to create because of the lockdown. A lot of extra time because, we had to spend a bit of time away from work, away from other business. So I found that, I had a lot of time to create. And then I also had a lot of good synergy working with other artists because they also had a lot of time. So the collaborations out have been amazing, really, really amazing collaborations. And, I've learned a lot in terms of, how we could make money away from, performing or away from just the regular way in which we make money. We're trying to be very creative, streaming, and creating other content apart from music that people can then, grab onto. So it's definitely changed.
Okay, good, good, good. I'm happy that you mentioned creativity collabs, because I'm going to ask you a lot more about that and about making money, you know, as an artist, because definitely that has had to change.
Right.
Do you think that, you know, relating to artists making money, yeah, do you think it still makes sense for artists to drop whole albums, or they should just drop singles? Which version or what makes sense financially?
Yeah. You know, I think both. I think both still works. So, for example, like what I did for the first half of this year, I was just dropping singles, at least maybe a single every 2 months, and it worked out very good. And then, as I was dropping those singles, I've been working on the album on the side, and you know, building up towards the album, because then people have something to look forward to. And so now I've got an album coming out on November 2nd. So I think it's both, though I must admit that from what I've been observing and from how the algorithm works and Spotify and YouTube and all of that, what people are doing now is that they're releasing what they're calling one-song albums. So they're releasing one song and they're calling it an album, and they're doing that maybe every month.
Yeah.
And we find that they're getting more streams, you know, they're getting more fans, you know, more people are now looking forward to something every month. You know, it's like a series that is doing, as opposed to just dropping an album with no build-up. Those are not performing very well. So it's you have to find a balance. You have to find what works for you, and also you know, you have to read your fan base. You have to know what your fan base wants. Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, so I'm glad that you mentioned Spotify, that you mentioned all these other streaming services. I'm a big user of YouTube because I make content for YouTube, but then I also have a streaming subscription with Apple Music. So I try to balance it out. There's so much content, but I've just made a deliberate personal choice to just say, on my Apple, I'm streaming Zambian artists. So could you say for you personally as an artist, has the Apple streaming service been good for you? Have you gotten any more streams?
Yeah, I would definitely say that I've got more streams from Apple as well. I mean, I will admit that Spotify is on top. Deezer is also pretty good, especially for Zambia. I see a lot of Zambians are subscribed to Deezer, so that's been very good. But Apple is essential. It's very important. It's up there. It's done pretty well. And I'll say, like, even with I've got a little fan base in Germany. They stream one of my songs a lot on Apple. So I appreciate Apple. I love Apple Music, and it's done wonders for my career.
Good, excellent, thanks. I want to talk about you know, talking about singles. Yeah, you recently dropped a video.
Yes.
Yeah, Mutende. And can you tell me or tell us how you came up with the concept for Mutende, the story behind it, you know, the visuals? I know it's not just like, Namushiba, we need a video, let's go to this backyard. You know, I'm sure you're like, how did you come up with the concept for the video and the song?
So first, I'll start with the concept for the song. I think it's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. It's something that's been on my mind. And I also see that it's something that's been trending. You know, broken marriages, relationships, and, you know, the sadness that we have around us. And what can we do as artists, as creatives, to highlight that so that we can turn this negative into a positive? So, you know, I thought about it. I had that idea, and I of course, I wanted the beat to be authentic, you know, Zambian, African, and that's where it really started. And we sent that beat to Olimba, who was a new artist. He didn't even have a single. I think he had one song out at the time. And I'd been talking with his manager, Shadrick, who, you know, vouched for him. And I was like, you know what, here's this beat. Let Olimba do something to, you know, to do with broken marriages and relationships. I don't think I even had a melody, but I sent him the beat, which really, you know, spoke to him, and he sent back the chorus. And that's how we ended up working on the full song. I wrote my verse, and I really wanted the verse to speak to the situation and all of that. And then when it came to the music video, I approached Upfront Media. I approached their team, you know, sent them the song, and they came up with a draft. They came up with their own ideas, and then after they came up with their ideas for the video, we sat down and had a meeting and agreed on what we were going to do. In terms of the location, it had to speak to the story itself, to the song. We had to get actors on board. We had to get makeup artists on board. And I must say that the team really did a good job. They're actually the same people that are responsible for this new series that will be coming on Zambezi Magic called Mungoma, which is actually about it's actually about a Zambian record label. It's kind of like, think of a Zambian empire.
There. Are you going to do a cameo?
Maybe one day. Definitely not in the first season.
They better call you. I will be upset if they don't call you.
Please tell the Upfront Media they should watch this and have me, you know, do a cameo on their new show. So yeah, you know, we worked on it. It was a 1-day shoot. We went to this location in Silverest called Sakila Sakala Site and Service. So just a small community of people. You know, the landlord spoke to the people. Yeah, it's a very long name. You know, and they, you know, they accommodated us. They were very nice. It was a long day, but everything worked out in the end. And then, you know, they did the edit for the video, and this is what we have on YouTube right now. And I'm very happy. The response has been great. We got 1,000 views in like 3 days, which is, you know, I'm thankful for that. That's a lot of views for someone that hasn't really been.
115 the last time I checked. Huh?
Also, I'm very happy because I haven't been consistent with music video releases, but I'll definitely be working on more material now, be much more active, and people can look forward to more visuals for this particular album. Okay,
great. Thanks for sharing the concept for the song and the album, and the fact that it was a team effort, because I always wonder, you know, who proposes a location? How do you decide? Logistics, you know, you just mentioned makeup artists.
Makeup artists, actors, you have maybe someone that's a location scout. I think it's very important to work with a team as opposed to try and do everything alone, because, you know, as an artist, you can get burnt out. You know, you might have a manager and they can get burnt out if you're doing everything. So I think it's very important to leave people to do best what they do best. Yeah.
You have taken words out of my mouth, because, you know, it's okay to outsource. It's okay. It's expensive, yes. That's why I keep pushing for people to support artists, like legal streaming, buy music, physical, digital copies if you can, because that money, you've said it all. I don't think I need to repeat it, you know. Let's talk about Kupele Kanyali ya Moto, which drops on the 2nd of November. Can you tell us the inspiration behind this album? I love the name. I remember when you tweeted and asked, how do you say fire in your language? I remember you asking this on Twitter. So
yeah. So this album, Kupele Kanyali ya Moto, which is Chewa for passing the torch, you know, a torch with fire. Yeah. It actually started out very early this year, and it was actually supposed to be 2 EPs. I was supposed to have an Afro beats inspired EP and a hip hop inspired EP. But because of the corona, I was on lockdown. I was releasing all these singles, and I thought about it. I was like, I've worked on all this material. I might as well just make it an album. And this is one thing that I've always loved to do, is to make albums. And as I was doing it, everything was very organic. I was working with different artists, a lot of young artists, a lot of collaborations, and a lot of the people on the album. There's a few that are well known and some that are still upcoming. So when I was listening to this album, I thought of it as a kind of passing the torch, a kind of a new generation is coming in. We've been doing this for, I think we need to have a body of work that symbolizes the talent that is really doing good in Zambia and that needs to be highlighted. Yeah. There's some people that are on this album that are really talented, but I think haven't really gotten the shine or the props that they need. So I'm hoping that this will definitely help, put a highlight on them. And it's kind of like a change of the guard of the Zambian music industry. That's how I look at it. Album. So yeah, that's the whole concept behind it. I think people will be able to hear that. And then also, there's different themes in this album. It's bordering on Pan-Africanism. There's a lot of love stories that are, that are themed in this album. The young people, the youth, the passing on of the guard. And then also, lastly, representing where we are from, Zambia, Lusaka. I've got a song on it called Lusaka OG, because, I'm a Lusaka OG. They call us OGs these days. So, and then there's one song on there that's called hashtag Meet Zambia. I have to use the hashtag Meet Zambia because I remember there was 1 or 2 days there where that hashtag was trending. Crazy. If people look at that hashtag, you get to see how beautiful Zambia is. So, we want to highlight our country. We want to highlight our talent.
Oh, man. Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing all of that. I love the fact that you are talking about trying to highlight upcoming artists, passing the torch. 15 years in retrospect. It sounds long, but it's not that long. So don't be talking about passing the torch or whatever, because the next thing you'll be like, I'm retiring. No, please don't.
I'm not retiring. Next, you might hear me do a rock album, because I like experimenting. Yeah. All
right. So on to my next question, Why is it important for you as an artist to collaborate with other artists? Wait. No, I skipped a question, sorry.
Well, that's fine.
Any special collabs or collaborations on this album? I know, but there might be people, I know because I've been watching your IG, but there might be people who don't follow you or are not on Twitter. So what special collaborations?
Yeah, so I actually shared with everyone my track listing, and I also shared, like each song, who is on it, the images, people's links and everything. So the two songs that got a lot of engagement, like on my Facebook, were Close to You. It features Caladocious. It features Caladocious, Jake, Thanel, Young Willie, who are some young guys from Kabwe. It got a lot of engagement. So I'm sure people are really looking forward to listen to that song. So I'm actually going to premiere it on Radio Phoenix this weekend on the Local Rhythms Countdown. Yeah, that on radio. They're so lucky. I know. Exactly, they're very lucky. And then another song is a song called, it also got a lot of engagement, it's Back Against the Wall. It features Princess Natasha Chansa.
I love this woman.
Yeah, so please look forward to this album. It's got a lot of amazing talent. A lot of amazing talent. Not just me, but everyone else.
I mean, people say, or they have said, but I never asked, but what is it like? I mean, because I'm asking as a fan, yes? Not like I'm being a little bit, not being very objective right now. What is it like to work with Natasha Chansa? I am such a fan of hers. So please.
So I'll be honest with you, I didn't get to be in the studio with her.
No.
Unfortunately. But you know what? Amazing. It was amazing. Like I sent the music to her producer, you know, and then she got to put her vocals on it, and then they sent it to me, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. You know, she did really great. And I did my I did my verses, and then sent it back to them. And then I was like, can she add a little bit extra? Because what she did at first was really nice. And then they sent it back with all the extra stuff that she did. That was really, really nice. Yeah. And it's kind of a motivational song. You know, one of those songs that just uplift you from, you know, if you're feeling down or something, you know, kind of help you not to give up. Yeah. So it's one of those. And yeah, we did. She did really, really good. She's amazing. I think she's definitely the future of Zambian music, you know. So I'm looking forward to, you know, people hearing this song and, you know, all the other amazing songs that are on this body of work.
Super.
Yeah.
Thank you for that one. Now the question I was going to ask before that I skipped, that I jumped into. Sure. Why is it important for you? I mean, you've done all these collaborations on this album, but not only with Zambian artists, but also with foreign artists. Why do you think collaborations with Zambian, non-Zambian artists are important?
Yeah, so I think collaborations in general are just important because it opens you up to new markets. It opens you up to a new fan base, to new people. And like I was saying before, you cannot do everything. We cannot be good at singing, rapping, producing. So, you know, even just working with a producer, that's a collaboration in itself.
Yeah.
And then working with a singer, because I pictured Natasha Chansa singing on this song. She does it best. I would never do it better than her. If you had told me maybe 3-4 years ago that I was going to make an album with 90% collaborations, I would have been like, are you crazy? But now I get it. Now I understand that, you know, it's important to collaborate. It's important to make amazing songs with different people so that, you know, you can, other people that wouldn't have heard me would tune in and be like, oh, wow, Natasha's on this song. And it's the Holstar song. And they're like, whoa, what else has Holstar done? You know, so I'm trying to open myself up to new markets and new people that maybe have not heard me. I might boast and have this big ego to say, oh, I've been around for 15 years. You should know me. Not everyone knows me. But I'm going to make sure that by the end of this year, in the next 2-3 months, people will know Holstar. Yeah, they will know what I'm up to. Because I'm working on a lot of things right now.
Oh, wow. I'm excited for you. And I mean, I must say, I love the fact that despite the pandemic and the challenges, like you said before, you're finding creative ways to make music, to put it out there, to work with other artists. So this in itself is a story, you know, like how everyone is banding together and making this music content. As a fan, as a consumer, I'm happy. I'm very pleased. So I will ask you my next question. As an artist and music executive label owner, okay, you have quite a unique perspective on the Zambian music industry. So do you think Zambian musicians and artists understand the business side of the music industry? How can we change that if they don't, or improve on it if they do?
Right. To be very honest with you, I think Zambian artists are beginning to now understand the business side of things. You know, people they will not be taken for a ride anymore. People understand that, you know, they need to monetize their music. They shouldn't put it out for free anymore. I mean, I was there. I used to put out a song every week for free. I took those all down and I put them up again for sale, you know. Zone Fam days, we used to give away a lot of free music. I kick myself and think about, you know, all the potential earnings that we lost.
Yeah.
So I think Zambian artists are now beginning to understand how important it is to create good content, quality content, put it out there, you know, connect with their fans, you know, give their fans some incentives, you know, and put out bodies of work that will outlive them, you know, that they could leave for their children, you know, that they could benefit of royalties and streaming and movie rights or film rights and books. And man, the music industry as a whole is got so much potential. You know, Zambian film industry is growing and there's lots of potential there. The Zambian gaming industry has also got huge potential and it's growing. So there's so many things that we can do, and I'm very happy that people have grown up and they're understanding the business side of things.
Oh man, I'm so happy that you mentioned this. This makes me happy because I think in one of the reaction videos that I've made over a video, I commented and I said, you know, the way how good Zambian music videos are in comparison to the way they were. Our movie industry on its own is it just needs to make the jump, you know, like the music videos are so good. They're so good, you know, so.
Yeah, it's night and day.
Thanks. And I think everything is connected. Like you said, you've mentioned music, gaming, entertainment in general. It's all connected, you know. Yeah. I will ask you my next question. What do you think should happen for artists and musicians, or like to benefit more? You know, I know they're benefiting, but what do you think is the thing that's going to make artists say, like, you know what, this is my career and I make so much and this is what I'm doing? Like you mentioned before, you said you're a businessman. Because you do a lot of things and you have a lot of interest, that's not a bad thing. But how do you think we can make it that artists say, I'm benefiting, I'm getting the money, I'm making the coin that I need to? What do you think should happen?
I think the main thing that artists need to do is that they need to invest in themselves and they need to brand themselves very well so that, you know, wherever they go, they are valued. Wherever they are seen or talked about, they are valued. And, you know, if they make these investments and they make the right moves, and like I was saying, they register with bodies, you know, like bodies that protect artists' rights, you know, like PROs, like ZamCorps, BMI. They can get royalties, and this will bring them money for years. Yeah. They could work on movies, like I said. They could work on documentaries that will bring them money for years. They could. There's so many things. I mean, Master P is a very good example. The American record label owner of North Records. He's now making a cereal, a Master P cereal. You know, he's got Master P toys. You know, he's been making movies for years. So it's because there's a value on him. People understand the brand, and he's a very good salesman. He's a very good salesman. So I see people will buy it. You know, they'll buy it. They'll be like, "Oh, Master P cereal, let's support it. He's our brother." You know what I mean, or whatever. Yeah, so let's create value. Let's create value where people might think there's no value. Your own brand. You are your own brand, and you can sell yourself. No one knows how to sell yourself better than you. Yeah.
Good. I'm happy that you mentioned branding, because something I'm always mentioning or struggling with as a music. Well, I don't make music content, but I make content around Zambian music. Yeah. I have a headache sometimes finding an artist's channel, you know, just to name a random, like Inutu is a singer. Inutu puts out a song. The song is not just on her channel. It's on a few other channels. I get confused because I don't know if the Inutu channel is really the one for Inutu or it's someone else posting as Inutu. So branding is important in this sense too. But I love how the perspective that you've given it. Okay.
Yeah. We need to. That's another thing the Zambian really need. They need to protect their work because, hey, there's a lot of vouchers out there. There's a lot of people that are trying to pick up the crumbs and, eat into Zambian artists' hard work.
Yeah. Like right now, the other day, I saw there was a post on Twitter because I think XYZ, I might be mistaken. XYZ put out a video that Dave had been working on previously. May he rest in peace. They were working on it and they finished editing it and they put it out. And someone took it off of their channel, put it on their page, directly, like downloaded the video and uploaded it on another non-page. And I was so happy because someone commented right there, tagged Slap D and said, Slap D, you need to do something about this. This person has stolen your video. I was so happy because I thought, that's great. If more of us are paying attention to this, then people, they won't do what you were saying, like eating off, like taking advantage and using artists' content, illegally. So thanks a lot for that. Thank you. My next question. Do you think it's important for artists like yourself to use your platform? I think you've already alluded to this already a little bit, to address issues like voting, gender-based violence, education, the importance of education, youth employment.
Absolutely, because these are things that affect us every day, and these are things that are real, that are happening in society right now. So even if you look at my video, Mtendere, that is really highlighting things that are happening in the community with GBV, with alcoholism, with broken marriages and relationships, toxic situations, if you will. And it is very important for artists to highlight these things because these are things that our fans go through, We might be highlighting them and this might actually help people because as artists, we are a huge voice. We make a big impact when we get heard on radio, TV. Now there's social media. I've been telling people we love radio and we love TV, but you can now be your own radio. You can be your own TV. We've got Instagram, IGTV, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp. There's so many places where we can just broadcast to the whole world. So we just keep working. We just need to keep working.
I love it.
And we shall get to the promised land.
I know. I love it. I love it. You are saying, I mean, not everything that I say. I'm not that smart, but I love everything that you are saying. I love it. Okay, I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No problem.
My next question, I have like two more questions. This one and another one to go. Yeah. What's the best way for musicians to not only distribute but also earn money from their music? Music blogs versus streaming platforms like the Sesani, Apple, YouTube. I mean, you talked a little bit about this, but just tell us. Yeah,
so alternative way places to make money. You got streaming. I talked about books. I talked about film. I talked about documentaries. I mean, primary in Zambia, primary thing for artists is we love to perform. We love to be on stage. So if you can get that stage performance money, now that the world is opening up, go for it.
Yeah.
Now, there's one more thing I'm going to talk about. This one is top secret, but I'll share it with your followers. If people are going to see this on YouTube, guys, this is the next wave where you can make money in the music industry as a musician. Pick up something called Sync. SYNC.
Okay.
So this is where you can get your music on TV, into TV shows, into
Oh,
movies.
okay.
So if you are registered with the right music bodies, you can then present your music to music creators for these shows. And if they pick up your music,
Yeah.
just one song can change your life.
Okay.
So, you'll get royalties for years. Your family will get royalties if you die, off TV sync.
Yeah.
Old artists that released a song in the 70s, and then, no one had heard of them for a while, and then someone just heard their song and picked it up for TV, and boom, they're in thousands, they're millions of dollars, and,
The Witch, no?
Yeah, the Witch, their music is in TV sync. And I believe the surviving members of the Witch are doing okay. Then they're touring again.
Yeah, they did a European tour.
They're doing well. So, man, there's so many opportunities out there. I don't think there's a reason for people to be suffering, so to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like turning into a little bit of a mini masterclass because you're dropping gems, Holstar.
Kind of. And actually, I saw a question a little bit earlier. Sorry, I didn't get the name, but I saw a question that someone posted in the chat link. Someone was asking about would it be a good idea to put out their music as a live album or an acoustic album? Absolutely, yes. I think it's very important that if we've got a studio produced album, on the computer with Cubase or whatever, Fruity Loops, do the same album live. Do it acoustic and put it out on Spotify. People love live albums, love acoustic. I'm actually working, one of my next projects that's going to be coming out is an acoustic album. I'm working with the Zambian artists, who I won't mention right now because it's still top secret. But we're working on something amazing, and we're gonna put that out next year, I'm sure. But you should go for it. Put out as much music as you can, because when you are not able to make that music anymore, you'll be able to earn from it, from streaming and who knows what else.
Thank you. The put out music, put out content, take charge of your YouTube channel. YouTube is so much more than your music. You could do behind the scenes, a day in my life, a vlog.
I was going to say that I was a record, Slam Dunk Records and all of that, so people know me as SDR TV. But I'll be very honest, do not need record labels anymore.
No.
All you need is...
You're taking people's jobs away. Stop it.
I'm being honest, stop it. I'm being honest. All you need is a team. If you've got a team of people that love your music, if you've got friends, one person can be managing your content. You can have an accountant. You can have a lawyer. All these people, these are all the people you need to just run your brand.
Yeah.
And you're on your way. You're on your way. So yeah, I would encourage people to definitely take charge and protect their content.
I want to say amen. It's like you're preaching. Preach, preacher.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Final question. Can we expect any other projects, e.g. via Slam Dunk Records or the Time Machine? I mean, you said you're doing a lot of projects. Just plug yourself. What are you working on? What can you share? What can we expect?
Right. So right now, I've got my album, Kupele Ganyali ya Moto, that will be released on the 2nd of November. I've got a video out in Tendere, which is one of the songs on the album. People can actually pre-order my album right now on Vesesani for 99 kwacha. You can use Airtel money, MTN money, and your debit card. And then I'm releasing another single on Friday on my YouTube called Afropolitan. It features Maka from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And then on the day of the album release, I'll be releasing another song, Jutumu on my YouTube. It features Soro Matemai from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
So after all this, or during all of this, I'm going to have an EP with Dominant One from Malawi, who is a great hip hop artist. Yeah, we've got a joint EP that we're working on. It's called African Diamond.
Yes.
So that's going to be coming out soon as well, definitely before the end of the year. People can look forward to that, can look forward to more visuals from my album and from Dominant One's album. And then another project that we're currently working on is the Acoustic album with the Zambian R&B. Yeah, that I'm not going to reveal yet, but yeah, we're definitely working on another project. And there's going to be a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of things happening in the new year. And yeah, it's going to be great. I think the world is going to open up, and yeah, let's look forward to more performances, more visuals, more content.
Yes. I mean, thanks for laying it down, for being honest, for being, you know, like I said, this is like a mini masterclass in, you know, in the Zambian music industry business. So I appreciate how honest you've been.
No problem.
Where can people find you? You know, people pretend, like they don't know things, So where are you on social media, your channels?
Right. So people can find me. No, that's fine. People can find me on Facebook as Holstar. The URL is Facebook.com/Holstar Music. That's Holstar with an A. I am on Twitter as the Holstar Music. That's Holstar with an A. And then also on Instagram as Holstar Music.
Okay.
People can also type the URL www.holstarmusic.com. And currently will lead them to my pre-order.
Okay,
and
good.
What I do now, what I've realized is I don't need a website.
Yeah.
I don't need a website. All I need is the URL to direct people to wherever I need them to be directed at any given time. So right now, that URL is directing people to my pre-order.
Yeah.
Next week, I'll direct them to my AudioMac or to my Spotify. And that's what I use my URL from. I don't really. I've even seen like other people are not using websites anymore. They're kind of expensive to maintain.
Yes. I mean, I've been making content, blog content, or like YouTube content, and I'm always telling people, no. I'm Mrs. If it's free, I will use it.
Yeah.
If it's free, I will use it. I mean, like in terms of uploading content. YouTube, the free version of Blogger, the free version of WordPress. Don't spend money on things if you're not earning yet, or even if you are. So good. Thanks for that. Thanks for that tip. I don't know. I think I'm going to break this down into several smaller videos because you've given us gold. And again, big thank you. I want to talk to you again when the album drops.
That'll be great.
So we will try to make time, and I appreciate you making time for me. And thank you again. Thank you to everyone that stopped by.
Those reaction videos, reaction video from Tendere, and also I'm looking forward to a reaction video for the album too.
It's coming. No pressure.
Excellent. Thank you. No pressure.
And shopping, I must buy your music, okay? Because if I'm telling people to do this, I must also do it. Yes, I must buy the music. So yeah, okay.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you so much. I will tag you when I upload this to YouTube tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You'll be on here.
All right. Absolutely.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye. Thanks.